Hi, welcome to the Quest 1 under collaboration for formatting tools and menus. So right here you see that I'm on the 21 Things website. This tutorial is going to show you how to use Google Docs today and specifically how to use different formatting tools in Google Docs. Google Docs is a great resource to have if you don't have Microsoft Office at home because it has all the same attributes and the same tools and settings all for free. So to save money, people are starting to use this instead of going out and buying a Microsoft Office. It's a great web 2.0 tool that you don't have to download, you don't have to install, and it's absolutely free. So we're going to come back to this page, but first let's look at how to actually get into our Google Docs. So first you're just going to sign in your Gmail account, which I've already signed into mine. If you look at the top, there's this little box up here with 9 squares. You're going to click on that. It says Google Apps. Then you're going to go to your Drive. You're going to go to Google Drive. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to click on New. So you're going to do a new folder, and I want you to create a new folder with a specific name. So here where it says folder name, I'm going to have you put your first name, last initial, and put collaboration. And just click on create. And now you're going to open up that folder you just created by double clicking on it. And now what you're going to do is you're going to add a new document. So we're going to click on new, go down to Google Docs. Google Sheets would be like a spreadsheet like Microsoft Excel. Google Slides would be a PowerPoint like Microsoft PowerPoint. So we're going to click on Google Docs. So now we need to give our document a name. You're going to name it up here. It says Untitled Document. So we're going to put up here Quest 1 Formatting Tools. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our 21 Things page. These two videos aren't working, which is why I had to make this tutorial. Still working on getting that fixed. We're going to go down the page. Here are all of the steps that you need to complete this. So steps 1 all the way down through 17. So if we take a look up here, we've already done the first 2 steps. We've created our folder. We've opened that folder. We created a new document. We gave it a name. Now we need to actually type in this poem from Nothing Gold Can Stay all the way down to Then Leaves Subsides by Robert Frost. All of this. Now I'm not going to waste your time with you watching me type. I already actually typed this out to save some time. So I'm going to go to my document where I typed it out. I'm just going to copy this, go back to my Google Drive, and I'm just going to paste this in. So now we're going to look at some formatting tools that are going to be very helpful to use in Google Docs. So the first thing we want to do is we want to look at a spelling error. So there's a spelling error right here. We can tell because there's red squiggly lines. So if we go up to the tool menu, we're going to click on tools, and then we have a spelling key here. We're going to click on that. So it says change nothing to nothing, or I should say change end thing to nothing. That's exactly what we want to do. So we're going to click on change. And it will go ahead and fix the spelling of that word for you. It's a great tool to use if you have spelling errors in your document. So the next thing we're going to want to do is put a space between the title and the poem. So we're just going to click at the end of Nothing Gold Can Stay and just hit enter. Now we're going to change the text style of the title to title. So we're just going to highlight that. Go up here to where it says normal text. So this is the actual font. This is the style. We're going to change the style. We're going to go all the way to title right at the top. Click on that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use our select all, which if you remember from our shortcuts, it would be Control A, or you can just highlight with your mouse, whichever one you want to do. I'm going to take and highlight all of this, and then we're going to actually change the size of the font and the type of font. So the first thing we want to do is change the type of font to Arial. So we're going to go up here to font. It should already be on Arial, but if yours is not, go ahead and click on Arial. Now we're going to change the size. We're going to click on this drop down box right here, and we're going to change that to size 14. Okay. Now that actually gets you all the way ready for part 2. Now we're going to start using some different formatting tools. We're going to start bolding, so we're going to find the word Eden, and we're going to bold the word Eden. So if you look through the poem, you're going to find that word. It's right here. Double click on it. Go to the top. You're going to see that this B is for bold, or you can use Control B, whichever one you feel comfortable with. I'm just going to press this. Now our next formatting tool we're going to use is we're going to italicize by Robert Frost. So that's our author down here. We're going to highlight that. And the next one is italics. We're going to click on that I. It's just going to kind of slant the word for us to italicize it. And then we're going to underline the title. So again, you're going to either click and drag to highlight the title, or you could do the triple click, and you can go up to the top with the U with the underline. That will actually underline the title for you. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start learning how to change the colors of the font in the document. There's two ways to do that. You can actually highlight it, or you can actually change the color of the letters and the words. First, we're going to start by just changing the color of the words. So we're going to go through and find words that are colors and change those words to those colors. So you see right here it says green. Double click on that. We're going to go to the top where this A is with the underline under it, or the dark box. Click on that. We're going to change it to green. Choose any green that you like. Then we have gold. Change that to gold. Find something that you think best fits gold. I like this one. Let's go through line by line and see if we can find some other colors here. So we have gold again. We have a second gold. We're going to change that also to gold. Now we're actually going to use our highlighter as well. So to use our highlighter, it's a little bit different. We're going to find the word leaves right here, or early leaves. And we're going to highlight that. Now to highlight, it's a little bit different. To highlight, you're just going to click and you're going to change it to highlighter instead of text. So I'm going to click here on highlight. And I'm going to choose a green highlighter. So I'm going to choose this very bright neon green right here. Okay, the next thing we'll do is we're going to highlight one more word, and that's going to be the word dawn. We're going to highlight it to gray. So I'm going to double click on dawn, go to the top, and I'm going to change that just to a lighter gray so I can still see. I highlighted dawn, leaves, and we've changed the color of green and gold in our poem. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to learn how to center our title. So again, I'm going to use my triple click, and I have different alignment features at the top. This is left alignment, center, and right alignment. I'm going to use my center alignment here. Now what I want to do is add a space between the poem and the author line and right align the author's name. So I'm just going to click my mouse on here, hit my enter button, and then I'm going to align the author's name to the right side of the page. To do that, I need to click on the line I want to align. We already used center line, so now we're going to use right align. Click on that. It's going to take the author's name all the way to the right side of the page. Now after that, what we want to do is we want to space down 3 times. So with my mouse at the end of the author's name, I'm going to hit enter 3 times. Now what I want to do is I'm going to put my name and I'm going to put edited by. So edited by Mr. Pusa. So make sure you put your own name there. Of course, don't put my name. And we're going to change the heading of this to heading 3. Or I'm sorry, the format of this to heading 3. So I'm going to do it this time. I'm just going to click and drag instead of triple click. I'm going to go to the top for my styles, and I'm going to change it to heading 3. Now what you want to do is just look over your page, make sure all your spelling's good, there's no errors, anything like that. And now you're going to download this so that you can turn it in. So I'm going to click on, at the top here, you have your edit button, and you're going to go down to download as, and you're going to download this as a Microsoft Word document. This is how you're going to turn this in to Edmodo. Before I do that, I actually forgot, I made a mistake here. I need another spacing between here. These are 2 separate paragraphs. So, but only so an hour, and then I put an enter for space so I can have then leave subsides to leave. So I'm going to go back to my file. So I did my little revision to make sure that everything was right, and I caught something that I needed to proof, and I fixed that. So I'm going to go back to File, Download as, Microsoft Word. I need to click down here to open that. Of course, mine's taking a little longer to load than I would like it to. But as soon as you open that in Microsoft Word, it should have the same exact formatting that you used in Google Docs. Your colors should be there, your highlighters, the centering, the bold. I might need to click on Enable Editing. You shouldn't have to do that. Now I'm going to save this, go to my file, save as. And I always ask you to save the documents, so we're going to save the documents on here as well. And I'm going to leave it the same name, Quest 1 Formatting Tools. It might not be a bad idea to add your name. Of course, my first name is Nick, so I'm just used to typing that. Mr. Buza, I'm going to click on Save. And then you're going to go ahead and turn that in to Edmodo. Alright, thanks for watching the tutorial on Quest 1 Formatting Tools.